Hello, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be giving my review or my thoughts on the Boboduck Wearable Hands-Free Electric Breast Pump. I bought this on Shopee from their official store for about 199 ringgit, and I think for the price wise, it's okay. It's not too expensive. It's actually on the average side for a hands-free electrical breast pump. This is actually my first wearable breast pump that I bought. Then after that, I bought the Super Mama Air Plus breast pump. I have a review on that. You can actually check that out. I only bought a single unit. You can of course buy the double unit as well. I use this along with my silicone manual breast pump to kind of catch any letdowns, and that has worked well for me because I'm pretty much at home using this most of the time. Packaging and delivery wise, it came in a box which I've kind of threw it away already, but in the box it comes with a Moto dustproof cover, breast silicone, suction silicone, funnel, valve, the bottle or the container, a user manual, and also a charging cord. Assembling it is easy. You just got to attach the breast silicone to the funnel, and then you attach the valve and the diaphragm to the funnel as well. After that, you attach the assembled funnel to the container itself, pressing down the edge of the funnel to the container, making sure that they fit tightly, and then put on the motor to the assembled parts until you hear a click sound, and then you can just start pumping. Disassembling it is really easy as well. You just got to push this red button here to detach the motor, and then after that you pull out the breast silicone first. Be very careful once you pull out the breast silicone because that's where there will be an opening between the funnel and the container. That's where you can actually pour out your milk first, and then after that you push out the funnel from the diaphragm on top to detach the funnel from the container itself. Pour out any excess milk, remove the valve and the diaphragm, then pretty much just wash all your parts. You can pour out the milk from the pouring hole on top here. I've never really used the pouring hole to pour out the milk because I don't really have a lot of milk, so I could kind of get away by pulling out the breast shield, and then after that just pour out the milk from there, from the bottom itself. Cleaning wise, it seems pretty standard as long as it's not being sterilized in a microwave oven. Don't put this in like a long-term high temperature disinfection, then that should be fine. So pretty much probably you can't really boil this in a pot of water for too long. It never says that you cannot use a steam or UV sterilizer to sterilize the parts. So let's start with the pros of the Boboduck Wearable Breast Pump. The first thing that I like about this is that it has a LCD screen. This is amazing. Having a LCD screen really helps you to know like how long have you been pumping or how long more you need to pump, so you can plan for whatever else of things that you want to do. Besides that, this also gives you an idea of what level of pumping are you at right now, pumping at level 1 or whether you're pumping at level 7. It's really easy to kind of maneuver between levels rather than have to play the guessing game. The control panel instructions, I will put it up on screen. You can see which of the buttons are used for what. It may seem a little bit intimidating in the beginning, but really after a while you will kind of get used to it and you'll feel like it's actually really not that hard to use. It's very easy to learn, very user-friendly, I would say. This also has left and right customizable memory program, so which means that you can customize how strong you want your suction to be for the left and how strong you want your suction to be for the right. The pain tolerance that you can take for your right boob may not be the same for your left boob. So I think this is pretty cool to be able to customize them separately. Besides that, it also has a soothing mode here, but I don't really feel like the soothing mode really do too much for me. Like I've always have it on, but I don't really feel like it makes too much of a difference. The suction is still the same to me. This breast pump will automatically switch off after 30 minutes of pumping. So one session of pumping for this breast pump is pretty much 30 minutes. The second thing that I like about this breast pump is that the container is actually huge. So if you have an overflowing supply of milk, then this breast pump will be perfect for you because the container itself is really big. The third thing that I like about this breast pump is that for some reason I feel like these yields are pretty decent amount of milk. The pump suction itself is actually pretty strong. It doesn't fully empty my breast. I think that's pretty common in a lot of electrical breast pump. They generally just don't empty out your breast. Other than that, what I really like the most about this is that it doesn't leak. I can really fully hands-free multitask, do whatever I want, whether it's cleaning the house or anything. The fact that this breast pump doesn't require me to constantly sit up, this is amazing. I could really fully multitask with this. Cleaning wise, it's super convenient. There's no weird corners where I can't reach into or I have to force myself to reach into, and there's not a lot of parts to clean. One last good part about this is that this actually has a cover, so even if you can't immediately pour out your milk, you can always just use the cover to cover first and then after that get back to it later. Or even when you are traveling, having a cover is always nice. It's always a little bit more hygienic rather than leaving the opening here open all the time. So those are the good part of the Boboduck breast pump after using this for more than a month now. Now let's get into the not so good parts. As a wearable breast pump, this is actually big. This is huge. It's no way discreet at all, so if you are going to be wearing this underneath your shirt, it will still stick out quite a bit. I also don't think that this is office friendly because of how loud the motor is. On Shopee itself or on the site itself or on the store itself, it will say that, oh, it's very quiet and then quiet performance, things like that, but actually it's not. Every time I wear this, everybody will ask me, what's that sound? Every time I wear this to pump while I eat lunch or whatever at home, everyone will ask me, what's that sound? So it is actually quite loud. If you are sharing a room with other people or with your colleagues, then this might not be the best breast pump for you. However, even though the motor is loud, I would say that it so far hasn't affected my baby's sleep. Like, it seems like I could still wear this breast pump while my baby is sleeping. I think it's quiet enough for you to still be able to handle your baby, but I don't think that this is quiet enough for you to be able to use it in public or even in your office where you share the same room with your colleagues. It can be quite annoying because you'll be pumping for about like 30 minutes. Having that constant buzzing sound for 30 minutes can be quite annoying if you are at work. I still recommend you to go to the mother's room to use this if you want to pump with this. Finally, one last thing that I don't like about this breast pump is that sometimes it doesn't work. In the troubleshoot section here, it does say that if you have lack of suction, the solution is to please reassemble the breast pump according to the installation method and make sure that the pump funnel, diaphragm and valve are perfectly sealed. So which means it's trying to tell you to open up everything and just reassemble everything again. And I did that quite a few times, and it's actually quite annoying because the way it's designed that once you pull this out, you gotta reassemble everything from scratch. After a while of using it, I realized that most of the time the diaphragm and the valve is not the problem. Most of the time the problem of the suction that's not perfectly sealed is the outside part here. A lot of times you just gotta really press it down. Every time when the suction just doesn't work, really press down the funnel to the container and then after that restart again. You don't have to take out everything and then reassemble from scratch again. Knowing that simple solution rather than needing to reassemble everything again makes life so much easier and makes me actually like to use this pump more. I think in terms of suction wise, the suction is actually quite strong. Even at level 1, I can still feel like it's actually a little bit painful. I wouldn't say it's really painful, it's still bearable, but I can still feel like it's a little bit painful, especially when your nipple is kind of sore already from all the baby sucking your nipple and stuff like that. Just something to take note of. Also, I don't think that there is a way for you to find the perfect breast shield piece. I don't think there is different sizes for this breast shield. Pretty much just one size. There's no like inserter or anything or replacement accessories that you can buy for different sizes. There's no recommendation to be able to put an inserter, so I've never tried an inserter with this, but insofar I've just pumped with this and it works pretty well, I feel. The troubleshooting here say that if you have pain in the breast area when expressing, the solution is pretty much for you to massage your breast gently with warm cloth for 5 minutes before using the appliance and then increase the expression level from level 1 until you find a comfortable level. And then if the above solution don't work, just stop using it and consult your breastfeeding advisor. So the solution is pretty much just to stop using it if you can't stand the suction power of this. I think it's quite ridiculous after spending 200 ringgit on this In terms of battery life, I do feel like the battery life for this is not that great. For full charge, I could only get about 1 hour and 20 minutes of pumping. Kind of sad, you can't really power pump with this because I only have one device, so I will use one side 30 minutes, the other side 30 minutes. That's pretty much 1 hour already. And then after that, the moment I switch it to the other side, I can only have another 20 more minutes to go before the battery runs out. But charging is actually quite fast. I wouldn't say that it takes too long to fully charge. Now the charging wire for this one is a bit unique. It's not your standard USB-C or standard micro USB charging port. Probably want to make sure that you keep this properly, because once you lose this, it's not that you can easily replace it with another USB-C or micro USB charging cable. And apparently there's a warning sign here. It's asking you to not use the PC's USB port to charge your electric breast pump. Charging is really easy. You just got to open up the sides here, plug it in, and then you should be able to see the LCD screen here showing whether is it fully charged or not. So as a final thought, what do I think about this Boboduck breast pump? For me, I do like using this a lot. I've been using this a lot, actually a lot more than the Super Mama Lab breast pump actually, because I feel like it's just a little bit more convenient in terms of cleaning wise, and also in terms of being able to multitask better with this. At this point of time specifically, when I'm still on my maternity leave, I'm still taking care of my baby. Lifestyle wise, I will need to multitask and move around, pretty much bend a lot. I will do a lot of bending because I need to carry my baby and stuff like that. So the fact that this doesn't leak no matter how I move is actually the better option as compared to the Super Mama Air Plus breast pump. This will definitely take a back seat when I go back to work. I will probably use this less when I start going back to work, because that's where I need a breast pump that's a little bit quieter and also a little bit sleeker. Okay, my multitasking tasks don't really need me to bend a lot. Most of the time I'll be in an upright position, so that breast pump, the Super Mama Air Plus one, will be a better option for me when I go back to work. Should you buy this breast pump? I think as a wearable breast pump, this is not too expensive. If you don't plan to use this in public, you are pretty much planning to use this at home to multitask, this is actually a pretty good option. It's just the size wise is pretty big, but it doesn't feel that heavy on your bra. It fits quite okay on your bra itself. It's just big, that's all. So yeah, at the end of the day, which is the best breast pump? It really depends on the lifestyle that you have. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video helped. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Don't forget to like and subscribe!